Defender's Quest: Valley of the Forgotten is a tower defense RPG created by Level Up Labs in 2012. You want to know if it's worth playing? And I'm going to tell you. The story starts out in plague-ridden times. People are falling to this outbreak left, right, and center, so the only thing to do with the bodies is dispose of them in a pit. Valley. You are Azra, the royal librarian. You've caught the plague and, like countless before you, are thrown away instead of given treatment. When you come to at the bottom of the pit, you find yourself very much alive and met by a shirtless lunatic named Slack. By reaching a state of near death, Azra is able to pull her friends into the halfway world to fight against the previously unstoppable fallen humans. You find that there are towns of people who survive the plague, some of which with fighting ability. And like crossing your eyes, the confusing ability to pull people into the halfway world becomes just a thing you can do. It starts off as an escape mission, but gets turned into something much deeper, as you are tasked with putting an end to what's causing these people to turn evil. Defender's Quest is a tower defense game that's divided up by story to introduce you to other characters. The characters in this game are towers. There's the standard melee range towers and archer towers. There's the ice tower in this game. Some enemies attack your towers, so you've got healers too. There are armor smashing towers and ultimate dragon towers. Azra herself gets a bunch of abilities that either buff her allies or hurt her enemies. There aren't a whole crap ton of characters in this game, just one for each class. So all the towers you get are hired people from towns. I didn't go overboard with buying dudes though, because you have to use your mana to place down characters as well as upgrade them, so I usually went with a quality over quantity approach. There is nothing too tricky about this game, basic mouse clicks to do your actions, and hitting the spacebar will pause the units if you want to. You can still spend mana in this time, but you can't gain mana from selling stuff while paused. So there isn't much of a learning curve because you can just pause right off the start and set yourself up for a successful level. The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and the quickest way to Matuso's library of games is to be a tower defense game. I played maybe 2 actual online matches in my 100-ish hours of Warcraft 3, the rest, custom games. Mainly tower defense games though. I've played a lot of really bad ones lately, but Defender's Quest is top notch. There are 29 levels in this game, all with different difficulties that changes the amount and types of creatures that come out. And there's also a new game plus, so 29 times 2 times 3, or I don't know math. Each difficulty you complete earns you a star. Stars get you difficult bonus levels that give you really good gear. Each character earns experience and attribute points. This is where I fell in love with this game. You can spend attribute points to upgrade different aspects of your towers, and each tower levels up separately. The Ranger Tower can upgrade stuff like her range or apply crit damage to her arrows. The Berserker Tower can get cleave damage on his attacks as well as increase his attack speed. So this RPG talent-like system warrants having multiple towers, all with different abilities. To just beat the game, it doesn't really matter how you build your towers, but when it comes to doing some of the endgame challenges and New Game Plus stuff, some skills may be more valuable than others. Well, it's a tower defense game. There's not much room for error. If I had to choose some things, the music is a short loop, so it gets annoying after a while. The Dragon Tower I found to be a little useless. I just found too much use for the Ice Mage, and the fact that the dragon's fire countered the freeze effect. I was disappointed with the healer because I leveled one guy up to have AoE damage and it just never really did anything except for got rid of the smoke on some of the worms or zombies. If you're looking for a high-action tower defense game, this isn't the one you're after. The story was also kind of predictable. It almost seemed like at the end of each talking segment, the characters were just like, "Oh no, more dead guys, we better fight, I guess." Defender's Quest: Valley of the Forgotten was a fantastic strategy, grindy, role-playing tower defense game that didn't have many problems. It's a short but satisfying game that does a good job giving the MMORPG feeling with the talent system. Play the demo for this game on Congregate to give you the fun, and purchase it if it's on sale, because it is a fantastic tower defense game and you can put a lot of hours in this. I give this game a rating of play it. It's fun.